You've obviously played with a lot of great captains, you kind of are referring to like Andreychuk kind of standing out. Can you tell us a little bit about his captaincy and what stood out to you?
Yeah, here's a fourth line guy, right? Andy was probably 39 when I got there. He played 39, 40, so he was at the tail end of his career, but hardest working player. Wasn't the best player, worked his ass off, right? I mean, we all did, but like he worked his ass off. Great glue guy, was on the road, could be with one of the boys. Great storyteller, on the plane, just great. But if we didn't play well, Andy would step up and we would listen. But we had the dynamic in Tampa where we had a coach, and John Tortorella, it was fucking tough. And there were days where Torts would come in and just let us have it. And then he would shut the door and go, fuck him. And it like brought the team together. So he knew he could walk that line where he could be our buddy, but he could also let us know, hey, we need to get our asses in gear. And that's not to say there weren't other captains that I played for, but having won the cup, that's going to happen. You're going to favor that experience. And I was younger, right? When I was in San Jose, I was a little bit older, went through, I think, 3 different captains, but it wasn't as important to me as a 30-year-old player that had been in the league as it was when I was upcoming and young. I think a captain has a big responsibility with the young players, whereas I don't think a captain will play a huge role in a guy that's established coming in at 30. He will play a role for sure, but I don't think it's as important.
Wanted to mention about Andreychuk. One of the reasons why I think he was a guy that could stand up to a Tortorella is you mentioned that he was a fourth liner, and one of the hardest workers. But he also was at a certain point in his career. He was a 50-goal scorer.
He's a Hall of Famer, right?
He's a Hockey Hall of Famer, so that definitely gave him a lot more cachet. But anyway, I was wondering though, Dan, any kind of classic stories that you can remember about Andreychuk and Tortorella, and just Dave standing up to him.
I don't remember which game. I remember one in particular, and it's nothing that jumps. I can't tell you what the team was. I remember Torts came in and just like lit us up, and he shut the door and he said, "Fuck him," like fuck Torts, like fuck that guy. And it was just like, whew. It was amazing. And I mean, I think Torts coached that way too a little bit. I think he knew what he was doing and firing us up. But it brought the team together. And so that's the one story. It's not a specific story. I don't remember what game it was. But I just remember that was who Andy was. And again, here he was a Hall of Famer. He's had how many, 50-goal seasons and all these accolades. And he's at the back of the plane, at the back of the bus, playing cards with us, talking shit with like 22-year-old kids back there. It was awesome. He was great. And he was a perfect captain.